So there's no jigsaws here. We got the old hand tool and the old vice. The old vice needs renewing. Before long he will. Put the nose cone on and I've taped it, and I'll soon tape it all over, strengthen it up, tape it up round the inside and cut out the rest of that, put the battery in it to go in, and I'll bring the motor over here like I did on the other one. That way I don't have to cut the nose plate. The nose plate will stay full strength. Anyway, there you go. I'm going to have a cup of tea while I'm waiting for that to go off. Take 5 minutes. There you go, that's picking it up on dead centre on the centre of gravity now with a hacksaw blade, and she's just about perfect. Slightly tell-heavy, which is good because, as I said, I've got fittings and bits to put on the front, and that'll make it spot on. Okay, there she is, always bashing and crashing about. Here's the front now, all made up, ready for the motor to go on the front, and that's just to fit inside. That's all for just the receiver, the battery, the speed controller, motor, prop, and then I've got to make a top to go on here now. I'll make that up out of all these bits though, because I'm not going to waste any more material. Just start mixing another batch of epoxy up, and I'm making a top to go on her now. The top's made out of parts, the two front parts are together and the middle part I've got to hold it 5 minutes. Then I can get the cutter on it and square it all up, and then cover it in grey tape again and strengthen that up. And the nose is coming on now, that's come off. Now I'll just hold it in position and run the cutter over it and shape it so it's more of a sweat down look. So all we've got to do is keep the batteries in. There you go folks, looks a mess low down, looks a clucking mess close up, but that now fits on the top of there, and I've cut it out so it goes over the battery and everything else. When it's in flight I'll just put tape down there, and in flight, the minute that's 20 foot away from you, that look like a fucking dive bomb, like a bullet. Look at it. Hey, let me just tell you, if you've watched any of my videos, when I do jobs, I do one by one, past the spot, but they're as strong as anybody is to make them look tidy. In actual fact, they're probably stronger. None of my work ever falls a bit and it lasts forever. And one thing we learned with these models, they've got excess of power, and like that thing now, I bet it don't weigh half a pound. If that, a little bit more maybe, we've got servos in. But that'll fly like a dream. I say there she goes. Servo in all of these, she's 12 3/4 ounces. More or less spot on. 12 3/4 ounces, so she's 3/4 of a pound. By the way, the other motor, the other one that's basically the same as this, about the same weight. With the motor on, if holding it upright, give it full throttle, it just wants to go out like a bloody helicopter. So there's no shortage of power. But the all this is ready anyway, as I say. Batteries go in there, close it down, bit of tape, and you're ready to fly. Well, as Clint Eastwood would say, back in the shed another day, another dollar. And today, the motor's not coming for the rallying for a few days, so I'm gonna fit the bits onto the speed controller and the receiver, get them there ready to go, and that's all soldered, and that's the last of the soldering iron now with a bit of luck. Well, that's the heat shrink on them now. That's that one ready to go. I just need to put the Dean's plug or Dean's fitting, the opposite to what the batteries have got. I need to put that on the speed controller now, and then that's all ready to fit into the plane. I don't know what this type of plug's called, but it always amazes me. I've got a solder of wire onto the end, and it always amazes me that the plastic it's made of can't take the heat. and it burns the thing. It's a joke. But they are the best plugs to use. I just need a better soldering iron, I suppose. Well, in the end, I had great fun with this, and the worst of the heat was there. I wasn't fitting the wire. I was trying to get the wire off because I forgot to put the bloody shrink wrap on. And I put a lot of heat into it, and that's what messed it up. Next thing I knew, that was coming out. Never had that much problem with them before. As I say, they do melt with the heat. You don't know that's got that much heat in. So what I've had to do now is take one of the other units I don't want off and try and retrieve a Dean's plug from one of them. I'm going to have to order some more of these online. Okay. Well, I thought it was going to be a 5-minute job up here today, but anyway, I cut this. I wasn't going to risk cutting, well, heating the wires out. So I just joined them, soldered them, and that'll do for now. And I'm going to have to order some new of these. Just look at that. But my tip is like in a bright state where I just melted all the plastic. It's too thick and too heavy. I need a new tip. I'll have to put one in. Okay, I'm winning. I've got the speed controller in now, and the wires are there, ready for the wires to go straight onto the motor that'll go on here. The battery goes anywhere between here and there. I'll mark it once I know the weight position. But now the receiver got to have 2 extension leads to go from underneath where the servo units are. Anyway, I've got any of these. I just got 2 out, so I've got 2. So let's get that done. Well, working on these does more damage than flying them, but anyway, to give us some idea of where the servos are, they're underneath the plane. There's a little magnetic catch, and there's the servos under there. So I don't know whether the receiver might actually fit in there. If it does, I'll put it in there. But I'll sort that out now anyway. There's the wires. Well, it looks like originally the receiver could have fitted in there, because the wire from the speed controller is quite long, and that will come through to where to go in. So I found this already. Fingers crossed, I'll be on the winner. Okay, before we go down to Star Trek today, I got the receiver now is in the bottom of the plane, and it says in there it's taped in a little bit tight, and the plane's bound and everything's working in the right plane. So just a matter of making a little catch over that to come through now. There's a blank still shut down. But as I say, she's bound and all ready to go.